Hey guys and gals, Undead. If you are any bit of a Destiny veteran or a longtime Destiny fan right now, and you've read the recent TWAB from what is now going to be yesterday, you should absolutely be pissed off. I always rant and rave in my videos and say, oh, Bungie doesn't care, Bungie's not listening, all this stuff. This is the perfect example of what I've been talking about. I don't try to spew hate their way just to do it for cheap views. Honestly, it's well deserved. Because we've been asking for changes and stuff like that. And what do? They did everything but. They did the typical Bungie knows best, the blanket nerfs, all this crap. Let's talk about the big one that's pissing people off the most. Is the sword nerf. The swords are being nerfed by 15%. All swords in the entire game. Okay, let me explain why 65% of your player base uses it. You have the Lament in the game right now, which I just got yesterday, and it is one of the most busted exotics in this game. It takes no skill to use, it absolutely shreds bosses, and that rev up move, the Banshee Whale, is absolutely cracked in PvE. It makes boss fights stupid easy. If you drop a Well of Radiance, you sit there and you hack away at the boss, and it goes away. That's why 65% of your player base uses a sword. The weapon itself also has risk-reward. You have to battle a boss's stupid stomp mechanics, get up close, and hope to God you can get some DPS in before it knocks you 30 feet in the opposite direction you're going. It is very high risk-reward. They're supposed to be heavy damage weapons. You're literally swinging something that weighs 70 to 80 pounds. It is supposed to do a lot of damage. For God's sakes, it's called a falling guillotine. You are literally swinging a giant buster sword at a boss. It's supposed to do a lot of damage. And what did you guys do? You basically nerfed every single sword in the game. Every other sword is going to do 15% less damage as well. When the swords are not even that highly used in the game. It's two. The Falling Guillotine and the Lament. Nerf the Lament. The Falling Guillotine is fine where it is. And what did you do? You nerfed it again. That that weapon has had a 40-something% damage reduction from where it started. Already now. And you guys are hitting it again. Seriously. Your sniper rifle fix, you guys are adjusting flinch. The problem with flinch is it only flinches straight up. Make it random. You can aim at the chest and it will hit someone in the head. COD is the same way. You aim at the chest and it hits them in the head. I've been using Cloud Strike since I got it yesterday as well. I got 2 exotics in the same day. And that thing, while being very fun, is also annoyingly easy to use because you aim at the chest and it hits him in the head and it just bring, lights up the kill feed. Let's talk about one of the most controversial ones in here. We have been asking for SMG stability increases on console because they're very hard to use outside of like 4 to 5 meters. They jump like this when you're trying to shoot them, and unless you have to have Zen Moment or dynamic sway reduction on them. On PC, they already have no recoil. So we've been asking for stability on console, right? To make them useful. They go and they increase recoil on them on mouse and keyboard. No, don't listen to the majority of your player base on console. No, we're going to do it the exact opposite of what you wanted. You did it for SMGs and auto rifles, scouts, pulse rifles, sniper rifles, and there was like 1 or 2 other archetypes. Oh, machine guns. No one uses machine guns, by the way, considering there's only one viable one in the entire game, and it's terrible. And you guys just... Ugh! Is it this hard to listen to your player base? You guys have said you're increasing fusion rifle usage and stuff like that, or trying to increase the uses by buffing them a little bit. Fusions have had their time in the game. They need to stay where they are. They're fine. Leave them alone. Let them lie in peace. You guys also did one of the dumbest things, and I just, every time I see this as well, this meme, I'm going to be thinking of this. The one from SpongeBob, the how many times we have to teach you this lesson, old man? People already pissed and moaned about how overpowered the mountaintop was, right? A one-shot kill. It was a breech-loading grenade launcher. So what do? They're buffing every single one of them to basically make them detonate on contact. They're giving them built-in spike grenades. And they're making it so they're more viable in PvE. No one likes grenade launchers in PvE because they have too much of an explosive radius and they are too easy to use. Did you not have the mountaintop running the Crucible for nearly 2 years? 2 years. That weapon went unchecked, and now you're bringing it to every single archetype of breech-loading grenade launcher in the game right now. You're making them all a one-shot kill. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Let's see. Did you address the hand cannon situation right now where 120s are absolutely busted in the game because you want them to be the meta? No. Did you actually nerf Arbalest, which has been running the game for well over a year and a half now? No. It's still a problem. You guys are saying, oh, we'll have changes at a later season. Take down the aim assist. That's all you have to do to that weapon. It's got like 90-something aim assist. If you shoot someone in the foot, it is a guaranteed crit. The actual aim assist cone is like this on that weapon. You shoot near someone and it registers a shot. Come on. You guys have also had a lot of feedback, particularly about the Behemoth Titan right now, which I found out cannot even be one tap to the head by a Cloud Strike. It takes 2 to kill it. It takes its shield off when you shoot it. It has like 50 to 60% damage resistance. Oh, but we're going to monitor the situation on this super. It's broken. Fix it. This should have been number 1. It is the most viable super in PvP right now. Same with PvE. You absolutely neutered Shadebinder and the Revenant subclasses. Yet you cannot fix this. You know how annoying it is as well to play against a class that has a melee that literally they can control themselves bouncing around corners in circles? Do you know how annoying that is? Yet again as well, no mention of actually nerfing the top tree Dawnblade, which I started playing my Warlock in Crucible for about an hour earlier. That class is way OP. It is so easy to use. You are an AC 130 with that class. Grenade launchers and stuff like that are now going to be king in Crucible. And speaking of explosives, you guys did finally give a rocket launcher buff. It's kind of hard to justify using them whenever you could just use a sword that has 3 times the ammo. And it does 3 times the damage. That's also another reason why people use swords. It's the only efficient way to DPS a boss in this game. I'm sick of putting my faith in this company. Because it seems it's the same thing every week. You guys are just, you do everything but what we want. And I know that I sound petty and entitled when I say this. It's my game. It's our game. It's not yours. It's the customer's game. Listen to your fan base. We have every right to be pissed off when you guys do this. And it's almost like you're doing it at this point to rub it in our face. You show how out of touch you are. Especially with the PC changes with mouse and keyboard. I understand they're trying to do this for whenever we have crossplay. And I swear to God, if it is not opt-in or opt-out on that, you are going to bleed players. Because no one wants to play against PC. For one, they cheat. And until you put a proper anti-cheat in here, people will be boycotting your Crucible mode. Did you actually listen to us on those changes? Nah. No. You guys said you wanted to combat FOMO and bounties and stuff like that. So what did you do? You introduced seasonal challenges. They're bounties. They are seasonal bounties that you run. Someone caught a leaked screenshot of it, and it's literally just stuff like, get so many kills with this weapon in this location, and do so much of this activity. It's doing the same garbage we have been doing for years. You guys can't add anything interesting. You've done nothing but take away. You took away Crimson Doubles. I miss carrying my buddy Jeff through Crimson Doubles. I remember the first time playing with him in Destiny 1. Playing on Cauldron. That was really friggin' fun. Getting collaterals with snipers and stuff like that. That was amazing. That doesn't happen anymore because you guys put it in the Destiny content vault. You are so out of touch with your community right now. Every single person is pissed off at you. And on those PC changes as well, the reason as well that they actually did this is because if they actually did buff the stability and stuff like that, it would sort of translate over to PC as well. And basically playing with a really high stability weapon and high aim assist, like the Hawk Moon and stuff like that, and a spare rations, which is like 92 aim assist, on console with increased stability with the mouse and keyboard, you really don't want to play against that. I've played against PC players that use no recoil. There's a reason that everyone uses Ace of Spades on PC. It has no recoil, and it is pinpoint accurate. You don't have to fight recoil on PC. You really don't want to play against that in the Crucible. And one of the final things that they mentioned was nothing about 3-peaking. I don't care about 3-peaking. It makes it so that snipers are kind of invalid in Crucible, which I'm okay with. I'm very okay with that. I got my Adore today as well. Nice to know I have a reskin Beloved. Or Beloved, or however you say it. There's two different iterations of the word. Also, if you are enjoying this, a like and sub would be appreciated. If you are a sub, thank you for the support. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to drop a sub and a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Bungie does not care what you think, what you say. They say that all the time. We're listening. And if you look, the proof is in the pudding. Nothing gets done that we want. The only time that they actually introduce change is when their game bleeds players so bad they are forced to change. Something needs to be addressed about all the stuff that I have mentioned in this video. And you need to actually listen to proper feedback. Because as it stands right now, your leadership is terrible for your company. Your player base has been crying out for years, and I always say that. And you guys are basically just sitting there anytime we just ask for anything, you basically just kick us in the face. Or, know your play's trash. We know you'll play whatever garbage we put out. Your game is bleeding players right now. Absolutely bleeding players. And rightfully so. Because you don't listen to your player base. When even you have people like Sweatsicle, Glad, Amaze, and stuff like that. Some of the big Destiny streamers are all talking about this like, what was the point of this? Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned rocket launchers or not. You added a small damage boost to them. Yeah, I think I did, yeah. They're still not going to be what you think they are. Why don't you guys actually buff LMGs? Make it so that LMGs are useful, or either unset some of them so I can actually use, I don't know, more than the one in the game right now. They're all kind of bad. You guys have some serious work that needs to be done. And the first thing to start with is actually coming out and saying it in person, not hiding behind a computer screen. Hey, we're listening. We won't be able to give you everything you want, but we're doing our best. That's all we want to hear from you guys. Say out loud, we hear you. We know you guys want this. This cannot be implemented. And if something can't, don't just be like, oh, well, whatever, don't ignore it. Be like, yeah, that cannot be implemented in this game. We can't do it. I'm sorry. It's not able to be done. Part of the stuff that needs to be done can't because your engine can't handle it, by the way. Just a thought. Maybe invest in a new engine. Which I guarantee you they're building a new one for Matter. But, yeah. That's just my thoughts on the TWAB. I didn't realize this was going on for 16 minutes, but, I mean, what are you going to do? But what do you guys think, though, of these changes? I have purposely left some of these out because I don't find them to be relevant. No exotics need to be tuned right now. Exotics are fine, but I think that the game needs some serious work. But that's it for now, guys. If you enjoyed this, a like and a sub would be appreciated. Yet again, if you are a returning viewer and subscriber, thank you very much for the support. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, feel free to drop a sub and a comment down below. Really love to hear from you guys, especially if you're new around here. And feel free to stick around because I have some pretty cool content, in my opinion, coming up in the future. That's it for now, y'all. Stay safe in these trying times. Don't do anything stupid. And I will see y'all later. Peace.